was a time I was literally tasting Budweiser for myself because I was drinking too many Budweisers and not getting hydrated. So my puss was smelling like Budweiser.
Hold on, baby. Chill, hold on. You know what time it is, man. Come on, now. All on the table. A cast unmatched, get outclassed. Who's not typecast for telling fables? The artifacts just kick back, enjoy the panel. With true flies in all sides, get different angles. With grown talk, the mission. Small talk is missing. Free talk don't always equate to your addition. The difference, no misstep in intellect, delayed stress. This podcast a safe bet. Stay enlightened.
Alright, so we down here at the Gaylord Hotel here in Grapevine, Texas, podcast movement. The whole team couldn't be here. You know, easy, probably somewhere, can't be seen right now anyway. Freddie's somewhere trying to laugh some nigga out his drawers. I'm not exactly sure what the fuck Tasha's doing, but who fucking knows? But we here, we doing what the fuck we do. We got Hektek behind the cam, got the camera work popping. Why the fuck not? Yeah, we just doing what we do, man. We having a great fucking time. And we're gonna do some on-set interviews because this right here is gonna be a special edition. So we all need a break. It is what it is. We're gonna take our break, but that don't mean that we're gonna hold y'all up from being able to see us. So today, I'm gonna do some on-the-spot interviews with a bunch of people here. And guess what? We got 2 intrusive questions that I'm gonna be asking. You know I'm an asshole. It is what the fuck it is. So one question gonna be, have you ever, would you ever, or do you think you could have virtual sex with ChatGPT? I think that's one gonna be a hell of a question for most people to ask, especially the way people act with ChatGPT. It is what it is. But the next question will be, including bedtime, including while you're asleep, what percentage of your day do you spend butt-ass naked? This gonna be a hell of a motherfucking show, y'all. Watch this shit. Just stay tuned, y'all. What up? Y'all already know. We here, Enlightened Idiots, the podcast that does what it do when they want to do it. You know what I mean? Who we got in the building with us right now?
Ty King.
Ty King.
Not T.I. King.
If you look at his badge, he throwing us off a little bit.
Hotels are really disappointed, but I show up because they think T.I.'s coming through. Yeah. And they're like, you're not what we're looking for, yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So, what brings you down here to podcast movement?
So I'm on the board of governors for the Podcast Academy. I don't know if you have ever heard of that.
I have not, but I'm pretty sure we about to find out.
Have you ever seen the Emmys where they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I got this award and I want to thank the Academy. So that's for film. So we're the Academy for the podcast industry.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. You see why you come to places like this? You meet people like this. So how does one get nominated or find out about these awards?
Well, you can nominate yourself, but I mean, other people can nominate you as well for the Ambies. They just opened up in August, and there's plenty of categories that people can apply for. The Ambies themselves will be in February in Brooklyn, so we're bringing them to New York for the first time next year.
Wow.
But yeah.
At what stage or what level can you win an award? Or it doesn't matter which level you on or what stage you on, as long as you, I guess, how do you win the award? What stands out? You get what I'm saying? Like,
so there are levels of judges that you've got to make it through. But when you say what level are you on, that's kind of like saying, well, what makes it worth it for you to do your podcast? How do you measure success for you?
Okay.
Is it the amount of listeners that you have? Is it the amount of sponsors that you have or income that you're bringing? Are you making social change? Like, there's different measurements for everybody that is trying to do a podcast, right? So what your podcast, ultimately what they're looking for is your quality of your audio, quality of the content, and basically those 4 things. What is your podcast name? What is it about? Who is it for? And what value do they bring away from it?
And what are the categories that you win?
What category are you going to apply for?
I don't know what categories there are.
That's the one. Okay, so there is best, true crime. There's the genre-based ones, right? Then there's also the independent podcasts. If you're not backed by Spotify or iHeart or any of those, you're doing everything on your own. I mean, obviously you got a 2-man team here at least, but you still qualify. Anything under 15 people and you're not backed by one of the major podcast production companies, right?
Is there a difference between being backed by Spotify and having your podcast on Spotify?
Is there a difference between that?
Yes.
Absolutely.
What is the difference? Because the average person doesn't know that.
Do you have your podcast on Spotify?
I do.
Does Spotify pay you?
Does not.
Does not. So if you had a podcast that was produced by Spotify, you would be getting paid by Spotify. That's the big difference, is that they push it. But the bad thing about that is that they also have a hand in control in what you create, what your show is like. Right now, you have complete creative control of your show. But if they were to get involved and to be your producer, they would tell you, we don't really like that part, you need to cut that out and do this a little differently. So it kind of kills part of your personality and the originality that you have. So there's good and bad for both. I mean, there's room for that type of podcast, but there is plenty of room for doing something outside the box like what you're doing.
Listen, this is why we come to any podcast convention. I'm going to be honest. This is why I come to them.
Yeah.
It's these conversations. A lot of times you sit at those stages and you hear, but you don't learn. This is where you learn. So I got 2 questions for you.
What's that?
These are my 2 intrusive questions.
Intrusive questions, I love it.
2 intrusive questions. Question number 1. Would you,
Yeah.
or you think you could consider having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
With ChatGPT?
Yes.
Like it has to be with that one specifically?
Any AI? How about that? How about that?
He's broadening the horizons.
Let's broaden it.
Any
Any
AI.
AI?
No.
None.
What's the sense of it? Yeah, what do you get out of it?
I mean, I don't see the point of having phone sex.
I've had the real thing, and there's nothing like the real thing. I don't understand. Like, I don't need it.
Okay, I can understand that. Question number 2. Including sleep,
Yeah.
what percentage of your day do you spend naked?
Naked. That's counting shower time.
That's
and
counting showers.
And just
that's
being
counting
at
sleep,
home. You're
being in the
relaxed,
house.
like nobody else is home and all stuff. In a day?
Yes. 24-hour day.
24-hour day.
If you was to say 1 to 24, so 1 being each hour.
Right. Let's go with 2.5, just to be safe.
Damn. So only 2. So that means you sleep fully clothed.
Well, not fully clothed, but I sleep, I wake up naked sometimes, you know what I mean? You go to sleep fully clothed, you ever had those dreams?
No, yeah.
You're like, damn, where'd my clothes go? And they're wrapped up in the sheets?
Oh, shit. Let's Enlightened Idiots, we in the building. All right, we're in the building, Enlightened Idiot Podcast. We still doing what we do right here, podcast movement, Grapevine, Texas, doing what we do right here at the Gaylord. Hey, listen, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm enjoying myself. It is what it is. But we have another guest. We're standing with
Charlotte.
From
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Oh.
Okay. And you are a podcaster as well.
I am.
Your podcast is?
My podcast is The Cancer Caregiver.
And what do we
Yep.
talk about on there?
We talk about how to name and bring out to light the issues that cancer caregivers have that they might not necessarily feel they can discuss with other people, and then I help them bring it around to see how can we reframe how they're thinking about it and things they can do to help themselves through.
Wow. So I've explained to people on numerous occasions, there's different types of conversations when it comes to podcasts. You can have a podcast about anything, and the people who are interested in you will find you. What made you decide to talk about what you speak on your podcast?
Yeah, I'm a cancer caregiver for my husband. I have been for over a decade. I'm also been a yoga and meditation teacher for over a decade.
Nice.
And when he was diagnosed, all of the teaching and the set in stone rituals that I did to keep myself like level and relaxed completely fell apart. So when I found how to get myself back into like equilibrium, I realized that if I had all of those skills and I fell apart, then how are other people who didn't have the skills dealing with that? So I figured I had a platform, I had the ability to speak to something that could help other people, so this was the way that I decided to help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far, we are on day 2, technically.
Yeah.
Even though nothing really happened yesterday. Technically, we are on day 2 of Podcast Movement. What is your biggest takeaway so far? Or what is the one thing that you feel that you really absorbed and loved about being here so far?
Yeah, I love how welcoming everyone is here, how no matter where we are in our art in podcasting or how we help other podcasters, that everyone's open to have conversations. They're open to think about collaborating. They're open to like you walking up and being like, look, I have this idea. I don't know, I need to process, help me process, and someone will be here to do that with them.
I specifically keep telling people, everybody I talk to, I say, it's the hallway, it's the walk, it's by the table, it's not at the stage.
Yeah.
You're gonna get your most information, you're gonna build your connections. To me, that's the best part. That's the part that I love the most. Okay, so each person I interview gets 2 intrusive questions. Are you ready?
Okay.
We just talked about when you show up to my show, you're
Yeah.
subject to what I ask.
Exactly.
So, question number 1, including the time in which you are asleep,
Yeah.
from 1 to 24, what percentage are you naked throughout the day?
Throughout the day, 10.
10? That's
Are you
pretty low.
calculating that?
No. I am calculating it, but I feel like that's low for a female standard.
Yeah.
Most men,
Or maybe it's low for your idea of what the female standard should be.
most
Let me ask
women
you,
believe
what
being
percentage
naked
do you think women should be naked during the day?
should be. Woo, that's a hell of a question. Am I in the house with them?
No. This
Oh.
is just women in general.
In general,
Like, what do you think we do?
it's not about what I think y'all do, but what I do know is most women hate clothes. So the likelihood of them wearing clothes when they don't need to is extremely low.
Okay.
So if we count showers, somehow y'all have managed to take 1 hour showers all the time, which I don't understand. If we say the average person sleeps 7 hours, that's 8 hours, because it's very rare that y'all sleeping with clothes on. Yep, see,
Okay.
see, if you in the house by yourself, especially no kids, we gonna add another 6 hours on that.
A day?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're literally, in your mind, every woman is naked at home
I feel like if
for
you
like 80% of the day.
if you're not outside, I feel like y'all just
It's
like,
so
I'm
wrong.
not wearing
Are you
none
married?
of that. I am. And my wife, if my kids wasn't home, she would wear nothing. If the kids ain't in the house, she's literally.
Okay.
She can
Valid.
eat. She can do the one thing I can't do. I can't eat naked. I don't know
It's a
how
visual
people
I
do
don't
it.
really want to have right now.
I can't do it. It is what it is. Okay. My second intrusive question.
Yes.
Have you ever, or would you consider having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because I have a good man at home. Why do I want to do it with something that doesn't exist?
Ah, okay.
I have a good man at home.
There you go. Listen, y'all heard it. She said it. She got a good dude.
Yeah.
Enlightened Idiots, we in the building. what it is. Enlightened Idiots podcast. We're in the building. We got Jess in the building. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody who you are. What you got going on? All that fly, funky shit.
Okay, for sure. So, hey everybody, I am Jessie Holly of Everybody Can't Go Combos, where we talk about getting over the guilt and the grief that comes with the changing relationship dynamics that result from your personal growth journey. So as you become a better person, as you go throughout your own journey, you will find that some of your relationships and the dynamics on those relationships, they do start to change, and that is okay. I want you guys to be empowered in knowing when everybody can't go and when it's gonna cost you opportunities, money, and time, your most valuable commodity that you won't get back.
Oh, that's a fucking fact. What are you gaining so far from being down here at Podcast Movement?
You know what? Being a podcast movement, it's like trying to drink water out of a fire hydrant. Like if you just stick your face in front of it, if you come in here with no strategy, you don't know what you're looking for.
It's a lot.
So far, I've taken a look at some things about rebranding. I have an idea for a concept that we're kind of working out a little bit for another spin-off podcast from Everybody Can't Go Combos and another brand. So been looking at how to do the data analytics part. I'm an analytical person, but only when it comes to experiences for people. So when you're talking about the numbers and all the stats and all that stuff, I have found some helpful vendors with letting them do what their strong suit is. That is not my area. Like could I do it? Sure. I've been up fell asleep like 5 times. So just let them do what they're good at.
I've been having some interesting conversations. Somebody said something to me yesterday that sparked some ideas in my head, right? Made me start thinking about some stuff. So let me ask you, what do you see the differences between Podcast Movement and Podfest?
Oh, I love this question. Okay, so for the differences, I would say for me, the way I like to describe it, Podcast Movement is a bit more formal. It is a lot larger in terms of size and capacity, the way that things are laid out. In the convention center, it is a lot more broad. There are more things going on. Podfest, for me, I describe it as more of it's like family. It's a little smaller in terms of the physical space. You have the opportunity to kind of just look, scan, and you can kind of see all of the lay of the land. It's easier to find us at Podfest. I will definitely say that. I had that conversation with a few podcasters of color whom I have met at this at Podfest podcast.
We definitely sprinkled real small here,
yes.
for sure.
And I think here, because it's so spread out, sometimes it's a little harder for us to find each other. Whereas at Podfest, because it's that family feel, you can kind of just walk past and it's like, come to the barbecue.
Yep.
And it's like
everybody pulling everybody. Come over here.
Yep. And here, I think we would definitely need to establish that community a bit more. I'd considered signing up for a meetup to get the Black podcasters together, and now I'm kicking myself that I didn't fill it out.
Why are we considering?
I don't know. I looked at it, I thought about it, and
Is
then...
it too late?
It's too late now, yeah.
Even if it's for tomorrow?
I think so. They sent out there was again, remember I talked about the formality of it. There was an actual email that went out a month or so back where they asked for if you wanted to host a meetup of some type. And that's where, and now that I'm here on the ground and seeing it, I'm like, darn, if no one else took the initiative to do it, which they didn't because there's not a meetup for us. I'm like, darn, I should have went on ahead, filled that out to see if we would get approved for it, because that definitely would have been a quick way to gather all of us.
That's it, is big difference, because I mean, with Podfest, you could create a meetup at any moment and just put your own destination in there. Oh shit.
Yeah, here there's a formalized process and there's an actual
movement.
time.
Y'all need to get better. Y'all need to get better. Need to get better. All right, I got one last question for you. It's going to be an intrusive question. I want to ask one intrusive question to every person I can get to talk to right here.
Okay.
If you can, or have you ever thought about, or would you have virtual sex with ChatGPT?
1, why? 2, I'm offended. Not because you asked the question, do I look like I got an audience? Do I look like...
It's not about what you look like. ChatGPT is taking over the world, and it'll say anything you wanted to say.
It will. Look, me and ChatGPT, we talk about business. I need it to help with analytics. I don't need it to analyze my cat. So no, thank you.
Hey, yo.
But shout out to those of you that do. More power to you. That is awesome. Great for you.
Roger the fuck that. Listen, Enlightened Idiots podcast. We out this bitch. We in the building. Y'all, if y'all know who this is, it is what the fuck it is. Y'all get to know. But we still here, podcast movement, Dallas, Texas, 2025. It's going down. I know y'all probably looking like, where the fuck is he at? What they do is they make it so you have no choice but to enjoy yourself. Free drinks, free food, conversation, all that shit. Like, what the fuck? And then you run into motherfuckers like this.
I'm back, bitches.
Let everybody know who you are.
Well, if you don't know who I am, that means you're not listening to the podcast, and fuck you. Because why aren't you listening? Because I've been on this podcast, but virtually. They finally let me in person show up. Hi, I'm Paula, host of Talk Shit with Me, governor of Podfest, the godfather of networking.
Listen, if you got to do a podcast and you need it, you want to know it, or you want to meet that person,
You're welcome.
it's the one right here. So
Ma-
Talk Shit with P, what
Ma-
is that?
My energy has a price to it, I'm just saying.
Get an atmosphere.
Talk Shit with P is a creative, it's a safe space for creatives to share their creative journeys and their mental health struggles. I started it as a safe space for myself to deal with my depression. And then I rebranded 2 years ago, so people, it's okay to rebrand.
See, I did it.
I changed the logo, I niched down, and I made it only for creatives because I was going that route. I wanted to hear creative journeys because everybody wants to be Joe Rogan, but Joe Rogan didn't wake up and become Joe Rogan. Read his journey. All these people have had journeys, they've had losses, they've had before they became who they are. But also, I wanted to give people their flowers. Because when you are building, that's when you need people to clap for you. I don't need you to come clap for me when I'm already there, bitch. Fuck off. I need you to clap for me when I'm here grinding, hustling. I drink and do all this shit and go to bed at 2, 3 a.m., but I'll tell you, I'll be up at 6:45 grinding again. So it's those, they need to be celebrated, the small wins, the little things. You're not there yet, but you're working to get there. And sometimes we forget that. But also talk about our mental health journeys, because mental health is, I feel like everybody deals with mental health, but when you're in a creative space, your mental health is even different because family, friends, half of the time don't support you. You don't know where you belong until...
Not half. 80% of the time.
Exactly, because today, one of my speakers showed up and her mom was the videographer. She was the proud mom taking pictures, and she was amazing. And every time we're doing something, I'll do, like if she's talking to somebody and people are waiting, she'll go introduce and, you know? So there are some supportive parents, we appreciate you. My dad is one of them, shout out to my dad. But most of us, you can't talk to your families, they get tired of hearing about your little podcast, your little side hustle. When are you gonna make money? How much is it bringing to you? But they're forgetting the momentum you're building and everything you're creating. Yeah, and that fucks up with your head. Because sometimes you gotta miss certain events and shit to edit, to produce, to create content. It's sad, but it's the life we live. And your head goes different, or when your mind blocks, but your family doesn't understand. So I'm a person who is a firm believer in therapy, half believer in medication. But if it works for you, good. I've had bad experience with medication because I have sleeping problems And if you're on my Instagram, you know I don't not have a sleeping routine. I might be up with you until 2 a.m. and still be up by 5, and you're like, when did you sleep? And I got addicted to those shit. So once you get addicted, and I've talked to other people who have gotten into medication, when they try to get out, they can't be themselves, so they have to continue relying on that. So you have to find different ways. So when I talk to people about their mental health journeys, I hear different things they use. Podcasting was my thing. That's why when I come here, it fuels me. It drains me, but it fuels me in a good way. My soul is happy. Some people is painting, gardening. Somebody told me about cold water in the shower in the morning with a lemon on your face. Because lemon is citrus. Citrus is a happy smell. So you start your day smelling happiness. You have a, like, even if you woke up mad or something, when you smell something good, you feel good. So you see, you would have never thought about that. Never. But when I talked to him, he told me that, I was like, and it might not work for you, you might not try it, but it's good to know there are different options than just therapy and medication.
I actually have an aromatherapy plug-in right by my bed to help me sleep at night. So
exactly. Yes, sounds, maybe waves, maybe smells, because candles can be a little tricky because your house can get burned, so different things, but you know, whatever works for you. I want to hear what works for you. I might try it, I might not, but somebody out there might be needing that because not everybody can afford medication or therapy. They need to make it free. I mean, but BetterHelp, I'm not associated with them. I believe in them because I've got therapy from them. They do every now and then offer free therapy, like 3 months, whatever. And when you like it, you feel like, you know what? They work with you to get a best price for you because they're more concerned about you than the money.
You find a good one.
Yes.
So, everybody I've been interviewing, everybody gets 2 intrusive questions. Are you ready for my intrusive questions?
Bring them on, motherfucker.
Roger that. First question. Would you or have you ever had virtual sex with ChatGPT?
Hell no. But now I'm like, damn, people are doing that? Should I try it? Because me and my ChatGPT have gotten so close. I feel like it reads me so much to the extent I'm like, the fuck? Like I ask it questions and it says, ChatGPT has created my engagement ring through the touch of everything I wanted without knowing, but with the conversations we've had. It has given, after it's created, it has given me the prices and the jewelers to work with. And I sent it to the nigga. Hopefully, I'm like, if you buy this ring, I might marry you. But I've never gotten to that. But am I just right? Can we do a follow-up? Because I feel like I should come back and share my follow-up. Because I might try it.
We'll make it happen. We will be
Because
coming back to ask that question.
I believe in masturbating and pleasing yourself, baby. If you don't know your vagina, no nigga is gonna know it. You gotta test yourself, try yourself, do all the things yourself so you can know what a nigga can do for you. I'm just saying.
I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. Okay. Probably the best answer we got so far.
Oh my God! Do I get an award?
So, second question I have, right? On a scale from 1 to 24, 1 meaning 1 hour, 24 meaning 24 hours, including sleep and showers, what percentage of your day are you naked?
All the time, baby. Have you seen my body? I literally told my dad in 2020, I was like, you should be very happy. I respect your, because if you were dead, I would have had the OnlyFans. And Tanzanians are nosy. They will screenshot that shit and send it. Next thing you know, your auntie's posting you on WhatsApp, like, what are you doing? But baby, I have a hot body. I'm cute naked. If I didn't have to have clothes on here, I would strip. Like, I only wear clothes when I need to wear. Have you noticed why I normally wear long t-shirts and like very tiny shorts? Because I'm trying to have less clothes. I don't even have a bra right now. Like, I'm sorry, like, I look good naked. I like myself naked. I feel like everybody will want to fuck me once they see me naked. I'm sorry, but you're welcome. Like, it might not happen, but I'm good naked. And if we can find out a way for me to have OnlyFans without Tanzanians joining my OnlyFans, let's do it. We're gonna make money.
That's the man to talk to right there.
We're gonna make money. Oh my God, now I finally remember him. Oh shit. Never mind. But let's I remember that conversation. No, my God. I'm sorry. It was a...
It is what it is. Listen.
I'm all for OnlyFans. I'm not gonna say the site, but I have one site. I don't go there to look for niggas to fuck, but you can go live. You can watch people, they can watch you. I post sometimes my naked pictures and sometimes I go live. Sometimes I play with myself live. Please don't tell my future husband or my, but you know, you won't know the website. That's how quiet it is, but.
If y'all wanted to know why we fuck with Paula, y'all just found the fuck out. The realness is on the next level. Shit is out of space.
Pleasure is on yourself. Give yourself pleasure before you start finding pleasure for someone. I feel like, just like loving, you won't know how somebody can love you if you don't love yourself.
That's a fact.
So you gotta know. I find it weird when people are like, I've never tested myself. I'm like, but you wanna force a nigga to eat you up, but you haven't licked yourself? Like, I'm sorry, I'm like, excuse me? There was a time I was literally tasting Budweiser for myself because I was drinking too many Budweisers and not getting hydrated. So my pee, my puss was smelling like Budweiser, for real. Budweiser, sponsor bitch.
I was not expecting that. And she drinks a Budweiser.
I even sent it to my girlfriends in a group chat, and I have that message. I can send it to you guys if you guys wanna. Cause I was like, yo, I'm literally smelling. They're like, Paula, you gotta hydrate. Yo. Drink some water, bitch.
I was not expecting this, but y'all got it live.
But that's the reason you wanted to do it right now. You wanted my energy.
Yes.
I brought it, right? Did I bring it?
I wanted to interview Paula earlier. I said no. I want off duty, out of work, in her element, Paula. And that's what y'all got right here. INLIGHTENED EDIOT podcast. Doing what the fuck we do. Fuck me. What up? We got another one. We're in the building, INLIGHTENED EDIOT podcast. We just chopped it up with some folks, man, seeing what's going on down here in podcast movement. So we got
Gabby
in the building. What brings you down here to podcast?
We are here helping out as brand ambassadors to do greet people, say hi to everyone, see how everyone's doing, and to give out the silent disco headphones, which are connected to each stage by color. So each time you go inside of the display area, you're gonna see different stages, and each stage has a particular color that the headphone connects to.
So when that was explained to me the first time, I was confused. Then I seen it, and I'm like, wow, that's dope as shit. Look at how far technology is coming. Where you got a whole conference where it doesn't matter where you at, I can listen to what I want, where I want. Like, I think that's a dope thing.
Yes.
Are you also a content creator?
I'm not a content creator. I am a permanent jewelry artist. So I make custom pieces here in the Dallas Metroplex.
Oh, what kind of pieces do you
So I make custom rings, I make bracelets, and then I make custom necklaces. They are all custom fit to each person. You personalize them yourself, and they do not come off.
What do you mean, do not?
So they don't have a clasp, and I have a little personal welder where I'll weld a little ring to make it permanent.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's really fun.
Because I'm stuck with it forever at that point.
You can take it off if you like, but it is something that you would want to keep on at all times, especially for people who are always in a rush and always forget their jewelry. Like me, I forgot my earrings today. But
earrings on there.
But the main earrings. So I do have my rings. I have a little chain, hand chain that I made, and I also have my personal bracelets.
Okay. How has your experience here at Podcast Movement been?
It's been really good. I honestly do dip into podcast listening, but I didn't know how big networking was until I started working this event.
Have you made any networks, if you will?
I have, not with anybody here at the podcast convention, but I do make personal connections with a lot of businesses in Dallas.
Okay. Sounds like a good situation.
Yeah.
So, all of my interviews include 2 intrusive questions. Are you ready for my 2?
Sure.
Okay. First question I had. Would you or have you ever had virtual sex with ChatGPT?
No, I honestly don't even use chat like that.
Would you do any AI?
No,
Why
because
not?
the internet is forever.
So you think ChatGPT is gonna just watch? It'll be more like
It's not that they'll watch, but anything that's put on the internet has a footprint, and you can never erase that. So let's say I try to get into something a little bit more in the government, they can research my name and something will pop up if I go in that route.
Okay, I can understand that. My second question. In a 24-hour period, from 1 to 24 being a percentile,
Okay.
including showers and sleep, what percentage of the day are you naked?
Naked?
Yes.
Probably about 2%.
2
Out of 24?
out of 24, 2%.
I think so.
That's including sleep, showers, everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that a lot?
2% that you're naked is a lot. It's not much at all. That means 2 hours out of 24.
Yeah.
Huh.
Are you naked more than 2%?
I mean, I know for a fact I am.
Okay.
But I asked this question, most women don't like clothing. So
Okay.
the answers have been varying. The
Okay.
first few was like, oh, a whole lot. Then it became like, oh, I don't never take my clothes off. I'm always fully clothed when I'm in the house, even if I'm just chilling. So, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day. It is what it is. But y'all know what it is. And like Nitty's, we in the building. We did another one.
Yes.
All right, we back in the building. Podcast Movement, day 3 of the conference, day 2 of us actually shooting, doing what we do. Let's see what we're getting into today. What up, what up, what up? Y'all know what it is. We in the building, Enlightening Ediots podcast.
Appreciate it.
We still down here, Podcast Movement, trying to figure out what's what and what's going on. So we here with
Airwave Network.
Airwave Network in the building. And what are y'all?
So this is an educational podcast network. The slogan, constantly curious. So the majority of the podcasts that you're gonna find on this network, the thread that ties us together is gonna be education. Katie calls it edutainment. So you're gonna find history podcasts, children's education podcasts, as well as like financial literacy, things of that nature.
Okay, how did y'all come up with that, or what made y'all decide y'all want to go in that direction?
So we don't know the answer to that because we didn't create the network. We are podcasters on the network.
Okay.
But we do know the Airwave, it is in its, I'll say like infancy. It's only about, I think, less than like 5 or 6 years old. But in that time, there are well over 100 shows on the network right now, including ours.
What is your podcast?
So I run a history podcast called Redacted History. It's in like right there in the corner. You can see me in the George Washington wig. Been doing that for about 3.5 years. The purpose of the show is to take history that you've already been taught and teach you something that you didn't know about what you thought you knew about, if that makes sense.
What's a quick thing you could tell us that we thought we knew that we don't know?
Real quick, we all hold hands in January for Martin Luther King Day. You know, unity, racial unity, all those things. We talk about how, you know, Martin Luther King was he brought us together for civil rights and all those things, and they paint a really positive image. But what we don't ever talk about is how the last 5 years of his life were hell. The CIA, the FBI stalked him from like 1963 to when he died in 1968. If you stayed in a hotel room, there was an FBI agent down the hall from him, like undercover in a hotel room, wiretapping his phones. They sent a letter to his home that told him, basically in a very nice way, you should kill yourself, because if you don't, we're gonna do it for you, which they did.
Damn.
And all of those documents are like public information. You can go on Google, type in Martin Luther King Jr., FBI. Those documents were unsealed. Coretta Scott King and the family sued the FBI and the United States government in like 1997, I think. And they won their case. Like, it's been proven, and we just really don't, like, I'm not like tinfoil hat conspiracy. This is all like super duper facts on Google. They won the case. The FBI and the CIA and all those things had him killed. Just the same way they had Fred Hampton killed. Malcolm X, like, that was kind of run of the mill if you were a, you know.
Wait, say it again? Malcolm X got him killed?
No, I'm saying how like the FBI, like, and the CIA, the powers that be got Malcolm X killed.
Oh, I think you said he got Fred Hampton killed.
I'm saying they all got these black, like, you know, it was run of the mill in the civil rights movement. If you were gonna fight for, you know, black rights, you were either gonna end up in jail or dead before the age of 40, pretty much. So
is all of your episodes basically Black history facts, or is it a little bit of everything?
It's a little bit of everything, but I would say a good 60 to 75% is going to be Black history.
I ain't mad at it.
Just because that's my experience.
I mean, our history needs to be told.
Yeah, and we do a lot of history as well that discusses things across the diaspora, so not just Black American history. We've done several episodes highlighting the genocide in the Congo that's going on right now, talking about the genocide that's happening in Sudan. Things that, you know, we don't talk about at all. And all these genocides in Africa are United States funded, United States backed. All the chips in our iPhones come from mines in the Congo that children are working in right now. 1 million children die a year in the Congo so that we can have iPhones, literally.
So y'all can have iPhones. Y'all heard them.
And chips in your computer, any type of chips, any type of technology that uses a chip has to come from mines in Africa.
You low-key just made me hate iPhone users a little bit more.
I mean, and it's whatever phone. It's not just iPhones. It's any. But Apple does exploit it a little bit more than most companies.
Wow.
So, but anything that uses a chip, like if you have a computer, a phone, your Alexa at home or whatnot, a lot of that technology, and you know, that's going to be exacerbated and made worse because of there's so much money being pumped into AI, and you know that technological race. Like we're experiencing a new gold rush right now with like AI and whatnot, and that's just gonna be worse for Africans pretty much. It's a new scramble for Africa, if you will. How all of the European nations and the United States colonized all those countries in Africa in the 1800s and 1900s. We're kind of seeing that happen again. So yeah. This is an episode of the Redacted History Podcast. Pretty much.
Pretty much. For the most part.
So that's pretty much the show. I just tell it in a very dramatic way with a nice soundtrack behind it. That's the show. Y'all should check it out.
So, everybody I interview, I have two questions that I have to ask. Right? They are very intrusive.
All right.
Are you ready?
I think so.
All right. First question, right? We're talking about your full 24 hours of your day, including sleep time, showers, everything. What percentage of your day, from 1 to 24, are you naked?
I didn't know where that was going. Oh man, 1 to 24, probably less than an hour, because the only time I think that I'm naked in the day is if I'm showering.
Wow. Crazy.
I've actually never thought of that question.
Yes, most people don't. Second question, would you consider having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
I would not. My wife would not like that, and my pride would not like that. I don't think my mother would like that either.
Wow.
If she found out about it.
Not Mom Dukes, though.
Yeah, I've actually seen, that's actually a thing. People are in relationships with ChatGPT. Like I think I saw, it was like a documentary that I saw on Twitter. It was like legit. Like people are getting into actual intimate, emotional relationships with AI. I actually saw one where this guy is in a full-fledged relationship with AI, and he's like a data scientist, so he built an AI model that he could date, and it turns out he has a wife and a kid, like a physical wife and kid. And the documentarian asked his wife, like, are you okay with this? And she just like looked down and looked like she wanted to cry, and she was like, no, I'm not okay with this. I wish he would stop. I think he's gonna stop soon. And then the documentary guy said, would you stop? And he said, I should, but I don't think I will. And yeah, that's where we are, 2025. I'm sure this is what our ancestors really envisioned in like 1960. Oh, there's gonna be flying cars in 2025, but no, we just have very weird people dating computers.
Smacking off the ChatGPT.
Hey man,
Craziness.
You know.
Listen, if they got one of the biggest religions right now on the planet is the Church of Google. Look it up. And when you're Googling, that means you're praying to their God. It is what it is.
Fascinating. Okay. Awesome. We're in church.
Enlightened Idiots, we in the building. You mean? What up, what up, what up? We still here. Podcast movement, doing what we do. Talking to the most interesting people we can fucking find. You know what I'm saying? Who we got with us right now?
My name is Victoria. My last name is Makanjuola, and I am a room track manager at Podcast Movement 2025.
Okay. How was your podcast movement experience?
This is my first podcast movement. I'm so excited to be here as a local. I'm local to the area from Plano, Texas. So I heard about this opportunity from our mutual friend, Paula. So shout out to Paula. This is fun. She's the plug. So I'm having a good time so far, and I'm glad to be here, and I'm having fun.
What would you say is your biggest takeaway from these few days? What is that one thing you take it home you like, this is going to be so memorable?
It's hard to choose just one thing. Wow. I'm learning so much. I think so far just to be open-minded and not to be so closed off. There's always different ways to learn and collect information, whether that's using AI or learning something from our fellow podcasters, because there is no right or wrong as long as you're trying. You know.
Thanks. And you are a podcaster as well, correct?
Yes, I am.
So, what is the podcast?
My show is called Feel Your Feelings, the podcast. So with a Z instead of a S, and that's really to bridge a gap between my generation, Gen Z, and mental health. And what my show is all about is talking to high achievers about getting real about their mental wellness, because I consider myself a high achiever, and we need love. Okay, I'm a recent college grad too. So I have my second master's, and number two.
Check this one out.
Yes, sir. And
go
ahead.
When you say high achiever, what do you mean by that?
I can speak for myself, someone who has been pushed academically and mentally to be successful and excellent from a young age since I was a kid. My dad's Nigerian, so in my household, going to school was not an option. You had to go to college. You had to get your degree and be serious and focused, which I did that. And I also wanted to be an artist, athlete, or an author. And those are the people that I want to talk to on my show. So
you said you have 2 master's degrees.
Yes, sir.
You don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I just turned 28.
With 2 fucking master's degrees?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Have you
Correct.
ever stopped going to school?
I've been in school my whole life. I was
Really?
out of school for 3 years after my first degree. That was between 2021 and like 2023. That was the only time I've been out of school in my life.
And I'm bitching because I've been out of school for all these years and I finally went back.
Hey, it's never too late. What did the guy say? What did the commercial guy say? You sitting on the couch watching TV,
Yo.
and your life is passing
We
you
don't-
by.
Nah, we don't talk about him no more. We found out that shit was fraudulent.
Oh.
We don't talk about him no more.
Never mind. He's canceled. He's canceled.
But that commercial is fucking legendary.
Yeah, no,
It's fucking crazy.
he contributed to my high achiever status.
Yo. That's bananas.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody gets 2 intrusive questions when I
Okay.
do my interview. Everybody
Okay.
gets the same questions.
Okay, let's.
So here they are. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First question. 1 meaning 1 hour or 1%. 24 meaning 24 hours or 24%.
Okay.
What percent of the day are you naked?
1%.
So 1 hour out the whole day.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
In the morning and at night when I'm getting up to get dressed.
So shower is the only time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's different. Okay. Next question. What is my next question? I'm tipsy right now. Hold on.
Take your time.
Would you, or have you ever considered having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
Hell no.
Damn. Not even a thought. What? Why is that?
Hell no. Now,
Not even a no. Just a hell no.
so I have an AI therapist. I'm more comfortable sharing my feelings with the AI than my body. No way. No way. Are you crazy?
Wait a minute.
No
You
way.
have so because you have a virtual therapist, you wouldn't
Yeah.
think about doing the other thing
No,
with it too.
not at all.
Wow.
It hasn't earned that right. And of course
It
not.
hasn't earned the
No.
right.
Of course not.
That's different.
No.
That's different.
No.
But I do need to know, how is it having a virtual therapist? I've never heard that before. That's an AI therapist is different.
I will say for me, it helps me. And for me, I visualize a character in my head that I would love to speak to. You're gonna call me Delulu, you're gonna call me crazy.
Nah, what
but
was
if
that,
you
Captain Marvel?
the movie?
Yes, where the I forget what the higher power was. They show up in front of you as who you envisioned them as.
Basically that. So for me,
crazy.
I envision Edna Mode from The Incredibles. I'm telling you, you're gonna call me crazy.
Yo.
But when I tell you, in my head, this woman is my therapist, and she has gotten me through some sticky out of some mental loops. She really has. That's my girl. That's my therapist.
The fact that you envision her as Edna is
Yes, darling. Extraordinaire. Yes.
that's different.
Yeah.
That's different.
I mean, you see the quality. Do you not see the quality?
Roger y'all see the fucking quality of her?
I mean,
listen.
listen, if you're someone who is scared of therapy, start with that. Start with AI. Start with the character. If you love Captain America or you love Superman, what would Superman say to you if he was your therapist? Start there and make it fun. Try it out.
That's definitely a different twist and different spin on it.
Yeah.
And you fuck around, make me try it. It is what it is. We in the building. Enlightening Ediots podcast, doing what we do. Podcast movement. Amen. All right. We back in the building. We still here at Podcast Movement, still doing what we do. You know what I mean? So we got another interview for y'all. Who am I here with today?
I'm
Right
Katie.
now?
I'm Katie.
From?
I'm an independent creator, but I am here on the nickel of Episonic.
What exactly is Episonic?
Episonic is a tool that independent creators can use to plan, produce, and promote their episodes. It's built on an AI base, and It is pretty much everything you need to do before you hit record. So it streamlines your process, and in my particular case as a creator, it lets me focus on my art. I just want to make my art. I don't want to get lost in the weeds.
Which a lot of people get stuck at.
Yeah, I don't want to get pod fade, so that you can just record a couple of episodes and then you bail because you're overwhelmed. So it's a great tool.
That actually does make a lot of sense and could help a lot of people. You said you are a creator yourself. What do you do?
So I have a podcast that's still under NDA. I have 2 hosts who are on opposite sides of the country, but they are former reality television personalities.
Okay.
So one's 70 and one's 77. I am the backseat driver for their podcast, but I'm driving like this. I don't know if you can get this. So I am in the backseat doing the steering wheel and doing the gas because they're not tech people, but they're highly entertaining personalities. So each week,
Could you tell us the name of the podcast?
So our working title is What's That Now?
Okay.
And
Wait. What's that now? Almost like you asking that question. What is that now? Like,
what's that now?
Okay.
So every week we have a millennial guest that comes on and talks about a topic that my hosts are not going to be familiar with. So that's one of the things I use Episonic for. It helps me find my guests. It helps me contact my guests. It helps me book my guests.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's super helpful.
So does it help write scripts and all that too?
No, that's on you. You gotta, that's my art. That's what I want to do. And I can use all kinds of other tools to do that. But that needs to come from my heart if it's going to be authentic and engaging.
So it helps you book, it helps you plan, it helps you get ready. That's actually kind of dope.
You know what I think the best thing is? Since I've been sitting in this booth, and at the end of the day, I help these guys get all their equipment here because they're brilliant guys. I mean, they have created other technology products around communication and human connection, but they're not really great at like getting all their stuff together and getting it here.
You can cuss, don't worry about it.
I can do that.
Okay.
So where am I going with all this? How do I use it? What was the question? I forgot what it was.
I mean, you could say that. How do you use it?
How do I use it?
Yes.
So my best thing is to, this is where I was going with this. I've been hearing what other people are doing as independent creators, and a lot of them I'm like, well, who's your audience? Who's it for? And they're like, oh, everybody. But that doesn't really work.
Never.
That never works.
Never.
So this has it has a system to walk you through to help you define who your audience is. And you can say, wait, Raul, where are you from? Where do you live?
Philly. Well, I'm from Philly, but I live in Texas.
So, it can say, this is for creators in Philly who are interested in whatever the person's interested in. But then it has you pick a photo. What do you think that person looks like, more or less? And it teaches you to record for that persona so that you stay focused in your thing. And then after you upload, you hit go, you're gonna get an email from that person because the magic box within Episonic will have your persona send you this email, and they'll say, Raw, your episode was great. I think you had a little audio problem around minute 3, and also your guest didn't seem real comfortable with the material.
Oh shit!
But what it's really making me think is I'd like to know more about this thing or that thing. So then when you're getting your next episode done, you're kind of primed.
It's like on the spot critiquing and all of that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually really dope.
It's really a great thing. So again, for somebody like me, I can focus on my art. I can do what I do well. I can continue my creativity and sort of farm out my producer.
Wow, that's actually really dope. Something I might want to think about. I'm gonna be honest. So Each one of my guests, I have 2 intrusive questions that I ask.
Oh, Lord.
Don't worry about it. They're not
I have
that
all
bad.
kinds of intrusive answers.
Okay, bet. They're not that bad. They're not as bad as people think. So, first question. So, let's say in a 24-hour period, including sleep and showers, from 1 to 24, what percentage of your day are you naked?
Not near enough. I would say, can I time it and get back to you? Let's say, golly, including my showers, I'd probably say 3 or 4, that's not enough.
That's it?
I don't know. And I'm not taking 3 or 4 hour showers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's a bubble bath, maybe. If I got like my now laptop and I'm in the bubble bath.
I mean, mainly reason I ask this because you find more women hate wearing clothes. You find more men don't like to be without clothes.
Really?
Yes. So most men, even when we sleep, we have clothes on. Whereas the women are like, no, I'm not sleeping with clothes on. I'm taking everything off. If they're in the house, most women walk in the door, strip down as much as they can, especially if they're not in the house by themselves.
A cute outfit. So
okay.
I
okay.
love the
see
the
you.
clothes. Oh, thank you. You noticed this whole thing.
Roger that.
Yeah. So, but we're the opposite in my family. I'm like, stop walking down the stairs naked. Like
oh, wow.
when the mail carrier comes and here comes this, glow in the dark old guy coming down the stairs. Put some clothes on.
Glow in the dark old guy is crazy. Okay. My second question: have you, or would you consider having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
No.
Why not?
Why not? I think it just seems like a waste of time.
Really?
I think it seems like a waste of time. I have other options.
Understandable.
Okay.
Understandable. I spoke to somebody earlier and he explained to us that he watched the interview of a person who is actually in a physical relationship with ChatGPT.
Was he good looking?
I don't know. I feel like
that sounds lonely.
You're a very weird individual if you are. So I don't know.
Right? That sounds lonely. I think so.
I don't know. But listen, y'all know what it is. Enlightened Idiots, we're in the building. This was another one. Y'all know what it is. We back. We got another one. Enlightened Idiots podcast here doing what we do down here at Podcast Movement. You know. Who we got with us right now?
My name is Amber.
Amber? How you doing tonight, Amber?
I'm good.
Today. My bad.
I'm
and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm a podcaster and a social media influencer, if you will.
Okay. Your podcast, Shit's Hard?
Yes.
What is that?
Okay, so my podcast is called Shit's Hard. It's a mental health podcast that's geared toward like destigmatizing mental health and also like making it a little more digestible for the younger crowd. So something that's a little more on trend and not so formal.
What do you mean by desensitizing?
Destigmatize.
Destigmatizing.
So like, you know how
Wow.
mental health can be kind of like this taboo topic of like, oh, what are you, crazy, belong in a ward? Like, I want it to be more of like, no, we can talk about shit that's hard. Shit's fucking hard. We can talk about it. We can talk about struggling with anxiety or depression. It doesn't have to be this like taboo thing where like, oh, like don't tell anyone if you're struggling.
Yeah. Huh. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that because, I mean, we do get ourselves to a point where it's like, oh, it's rough. Don't say nothing. Hold it in. Keep it to yourself. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Definitely.
Like,
Yeah. I started the podcast because I was struggling with things that people in my life weren't struggling with. And nobody was really talking about it. I mean, when I was in college 3 years ago, nobody was saying like, oh, I'm going to therapy today. So like when I was going, I felt like when I need to leave a social situation, I was like, do I tell them I'm going to therapy? Or do I just say like I have to leave? I was like embarrassed to just admit that I was getting help.
That's
you know?
crazy. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
Huh. So social media content the same thing?
Exactly. Yeah. So I do a lot of like reparenting myself, retraining my brain.
Reparenting?
Yes.
Definitely got to explain that.
Okay. So I think all of us have some kind of childhood trauma, or just the way that our parents like taught us how to have thought patterns. It's like the way that we think about things. So like imagine you are pouring some apple juice, you spill the cup breaks on the floor. A lot of people will have that like, reaction. I've been retraining my brain to just be less anxious. It's okay. I can just clean it up. I can just grab the glass, toss it out. Like it doesn't have to be this like my nervous system going up and down all the time. And so that's kind of my content. I was on the way to dinner and I was running late and I was like getting super anxious and I was like, oh, do I weave traffic now? Like I'm late. And then I was like, you know what?
I get there when I get there.
It's okay to be late. I'd rather get there safe. Everyone I'm going with loves me and would also rather me get there safe. It's okay. Shit happens. Shit's hard.
I think I got a lot of reparenting to do.
Well then give my podcast a listen. Yeah, follow me on TikTok.
Yes.
That's kind of my content, is kind of like how I do it. So how I talk to myself when I am having that moment, and then how I try to talk myself out of it. Because it's hard. It is hard.
Do you think age plays a big role in, I guess, mental health? Because I mean, I'm a little older, so I grew up in an era where we don't talk about it. You keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah.
You shut the hell up. You deal with it. But in this era, it's like, all right, we need to focus more. We need to talk more.
Yeah.
Stop being ashamed of. Do you really believe that it's the evolution of the conversation, or it's just that's just where we at now?
Yeah, I mean, 100% age plays a huge role. And if I can, like, I'm sorry that you grew up in a space that was telling you can't talk about things, because that sucks.
Yes.
And I can certainly see from your generation that was the normal. That's I mean, I see my parents and I'm like, why aren't they going to therapy?
Yeah.
But you know, it's because it wasn't normal. It was taboo. It was like, you know, when I told my parents I was going to therapy, they're like, what are you, like crazy? You belong in the ward? And I was like, oh, hold on. So what's happening?
You volunteered to just go to therapy on your own?
I was struggling. I was really, really anxious in college.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was so tense. I wouldn't sleep at night, and my body was so tense I'd wake up sore the next day, just from like storing tension.
Yeah,
I'm
deep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually a personal trainer now, so I'm also connected to like how does this stuff live in the body, and it's there. Mine lives rent free.
Wow. Do you think personal training helps a lot, or just training in general helps a lot when it comes to your mental health?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I'm super passionate about the connection of physical health and mental health. And I mean, yoga kind of does a similar thing where it's like, I see movement as like, take what you need, leave what you don't. Sometimes I want to lift really heavy and I'm just like, I'm angry, I want to get it in. Other days, it's like, I want to stretch, I want to relax, I want to breathe, and I want to move. And as long as we're moving, we're getting something done.
Okay. I can appreciate this. This is definitely appreciative conversation.
Aw.
More than you think.
I'm
Trust
glad.
me.
I'm so glad.
So each person that I interview, I have 2 intrusive questions that I ask each person.
I love it.
Love that you love it. First question. In a 24-hour period, right? 1 to 24. Each hour is a percent.
A percent?
Yes. So 1 through 24.
Okay.
1% to 24%.
Okay.
Right? Including your sleep time, showers, everything. What percentage are you naked in a day?
Oh, this is an interesting question. Probably not much.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't sleep naked. Probably just showers and I guess changing. So what percentage? 0 to 24? 24 being like 100. I would say, I don't know, I want to say like 1. Not a lot.
1%.
Yeah. But I think this is a great question because I think it relates to mental health. And I think there's something about like the evolution of human beings being naked. I remember my first time I went to a spa in LA and like in the women's locker room, everyone's naked there. And I was like anxious. I was like, oh, like,
What the hell's going on?
like women are just like walking around and like they're so comfortable in their own skin.
Yes.
And I went to Catholic school for 9 years. So I have my own trauma around like the body and that kind of thing. But yeah, I would say 1%. Probably not enough, I would say.
So here's what's crazy. Everybody gives a low number and then say not enough. Now, what makes it crazy is most women don't like wearing clothes. So y'all want to strip down as much as possible, right? But
I could agree with that.
Typically, as men, we don't like to be naked. We can literally sleep with our clothes on. I know some dudes who would probably shower with their clothes on if they felt like the shower would penetrate correctly. So it's weird when I hear women, and it seems like the younger I ask, the lower the number is getting.
Okay.
It's
Interesting.
crazy. Very, very.
Wait, so what was the purpose of the question? Just curiosity?
So I watched an interview, and during this interview, these two people had a conversation about being naked. And the woman said that if it was up to her, she would never wear clothes. To her, unless I'm walking out the door, I'm naked. She says she wears nothing. She eats naked, cooks naked, cleans naked, everything. She says as soon as she walk in the door, everything's off. The guy, on the other hand, which a lot of dudes can relate to, he explained that as men, we can literally have sex, get up, and at least put our boxers back on.
Yeah.
Because being naked just doesn't feel right.
I see.
As men.
Yeah.
But as women, it's nothing for y'all to just, it is what it is.
I think it's freeing. I think
but I also think men are more self-conscious about our bodies than y'all believe. And y'all think y'all are worse.
For sure, yeah. I mean, my thing is mental health. I mean, we can't have that conversation without talking about men's mental health and how society has kind of been like, you guys need to shut up. I mean, I will say, as a personal trainer, and I mostly train women, it's great because we come in and we can be honest, or I can be like, oh, I'm anxious today, or this is going on, and it's very normal. But I am very much aware that society has not given men the same space that I've been given.
Not at all. Not even
especially
close.
among other men, which I think is sad, because that sucks. Like, that sucks. I wish that you guys were able to kind of have that.
So I think that's one of those situations where it comes down to your friends group.
For sure.
Because I actually
Definitely.
have friends, my whole life I've had friends that I could talk to. Where I talk to a lot of people and they say they don't have nobody that they could talk to on that type of level. Because I'm not one of those, like if my buddy came to me and said, hey, you know, XYZ, I'm not gonna be like, oh, let me just shame him for the rest of his life for it.
Right.
Because that's actually my friend.
Right.
Whereas
yeah,
though
you care about him.
somebody that's not actually your friend, they're gonna take that and they're gonna spread it throughout podcast movement within the next 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
But my second question.
Okay.
This is your generation, so this might be, I don't know.
Okay.
Would you or have you ever considered having virtual sex with ChatGPT?
No. Has people answered yes to this?
Nobody said yes, but somebody had explained an interview that they recently watched where a guy is in a romantic relationship with ChatGPT.
Oh. Okay. Well,
So
I mean,
I'm from an era where we phone sex, stuff like that.
Sure.
Everybody does FaceTime. ChatGPT tells you whatever you want.
Yeah.
ChatGPT gonna stroke your ego as much as possible.
Oh yeah. That's a really interesting question because I do feel like I've had some friends who are closer to ChatGPT than I think necessary.
See?
Or just like they will say things to their ChatGPT like I love you.
See?
And ChatGPT says it back. They're like I love you too. It's pretty weird.
You think they have or would consider it?
I would like to say no. I would like to say no. I don't know.
The fact you said I would like to say no means you're not that certain.
I'm not certain. It's weird. It's weird to think about. I haven't pondered this before. I'm glad you brought it to my attention.
So now you're gonna be asking all your friends this question.
I'm like, are you guys okay?
And that one friend that's gonna be like, oh yeah, I tried it. You could be like, wait a minute. That guy at podcast movement. Why did he make me think of this?
Exactly. That's interesting. It's funny.
It is what it is.
Something to think about.
Definitely something to think about. But y'all know what it is, Enlightened Idiots. We're gonna find another one. We be back. All right. All right, we back in the building. Doing what the fuck we do, Enlightened Idiots podcast, man. We down here, podcast movement, talking to some of the most amazing people we can find in the building. Who we got with us right now?
All right, so we got JR with Real Shit Let's Talk podcast. Listen, let me tell you, it's an honor to be in your presence.
Appreciate
it's an honor to be on your platform.
Appreciate
So I just like, you know what I'm saying, you got to give people their flowers. So when you think about it, this is not just an ordinary, oh, I'm here. It's extraordinary. Let's go.
See what I'm saying? That's what we do. So, tell us a little bit about your podcast real quick.
So, the podcast is called Real Shit Let's Talk Podcast. It's where authenticity meets center stage. Man, listen, if you want to have real, unfiltered conversations, we can come to the camera. Come in, and then bring it in. And then we turn around, and then we interview people like him, you, or me. Because, you know what I'm saying, there's only one of me, though. So, listen, tune in.
Roger that. How is your experience here at Podcast Movement? What are you getting out of it? What is your biggest takeaways?
My biggest takeaway is that you have to come to these events knowing what you want and where you want to go. Fuck everybody. Do what you need to get done. Go for the information of what is applicable to you. If it doesn't apply to you, fuck it. And you can't be pippernickel, you can't be white collar, you can't be like, oh my God, I'm so... Listen, if you don't know it's for you, get a general admission and then step into the platform as if you a VIP person. Because it's not what the ticket value of what you pay for, it's a what you stand for.
Facts. A lot of people walk in here and they think, oh, I gotta learn everything. I gotta do everything, I gotta see everything. You're gonna miss everything if you got that mindset. You pick out what you need, what you don't need, you walk the fuck away from. I met you at PodFest, and now we here at Podcast Movement. What would you say is the biggest difference between the two?
I would say the biggest difference in between the two is putting yourself in a bubble. And what I mean by the bubble is like it gets to a point where you have to really realize who the fuck you are. If you are no name, you'll remain a no name. No matter how many podcasts, no matter how many events you go to, you'll remain a no name. But you have to go for the information. And then you have to learn that no matter who, black, white, Asian, green, pepper, whatever, however you want to say it, that you will always be you. And so when you go to these events, it's not just about you. It's about what do you bring to your target audience. Is your target audience out there to do what needs to get done? But at the end of the day, you got to be you. You got to stand 10 toes down to represent who or what you're trying to do. And if you're out there trying to learn how to become a podcaster, get into the field, you got to get with people like you, man. We got to get enlightened.
You heard him say it. You heard him say it. It is what it is.
And it's something simple as we're out here in Texas. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I never thought I would have came to Texas. Why am I here? To broaden my horizons. Once you've gained the experience and the exposure, you can't take that from you.
Facts.
But also, knowledge is power. Knowing that, like, I'm not saying that you aren't this powerful influencer, that you're not this empowered podcaster, but it's people like him that give us a chance. So you enlighten us to say, hey, let's take a chance. It may go good, it may go bad, but the determination's in the mind.
When I told folks I was coming here and the PodFest, I said, hey man, let's go. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it, let's see. Then when I got back, the first thing they said was, what did you learn? Why not come find out and learn with me? Come down, take that step, stop playing. Let's learn some shit, you mean? All right, everybody get 2 intrusive questions. You ready for my intrusive question?
I really don't care.
Roger the fuck that. First question.
Just gonna ask me the AI bullshit.
From 1 to 24, right? Meaning 1 hour, 1%, 24 hours is 24%. Including your sleep time and your showers. What percentage of your day are you naked?
Am I naked?
Naked. I mean, nothing on. He just actually doing the math.
I say because I do work 2 jobs. Yeah. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So if I'm gonna take a shower in 24 hours, I'm gonna take 2 or 3 showers just because I know that I need to be clean.
Okay.
So that's just that in itself. Me being naked, man, like I said, I mean, if I work an 8-hour shift, I'm gonna take another hour to go take a shower, and that's me being naked.
That bring your numbers up. So what number would you say?
So then,
8, 13, 2, 1.
I mean, I go with 13 because at the end of the day, let's say
13 meaning you naked.
13. No, I'm breaking it down to you.
Okay.
13 is meaning that first I like numbers at completion. So 7 is a number of completion. So anything in 7s is gonna be complete for me. So I'm not gonna say 13, I'm gonna say 14. Because that's 7 more hours to completion. But I'm gonna say this, it's like in the 7 hours, or because of 8 hours that I work, I'm gonna work, but I'm gonna take that extra hour within to take a shower, get cleaned up, and I'm gonna lay down. I never get in my bed without taking a shower or cleaning this.
Makes sense.
I never go without taking a shit and X, Y, and Z without taking a shower. I'm gonna get clean before I get in my bed. And I'm gonna make my bed because that's how millionaires are made. If you don't make your bed,
something to think about.
You know what I'm saying? You in Reese's Pieces. You on everybody else's time. You feel me? But at the end of the day, cleanliness is next to godliness. So at the end of the day, what I'm gonna do is like I say, you said 13, I'm gonna give you 13, but I'm gonna say 14, just because I do have to pay homage to just living. I gotta pay homage to God because what we do is not just given to us. It's not by the grace of God that we woke up this morning. It's by the Lord himself that gave us the mental fortitude to say, hey, God, thank you. Thank you for the breath. This water here, if I was a homeless person, I'd take a shower out here.
I definitely would.
But I'm clean.
I wouldn't even think twice about it.
Or I go in and take a bird bath and call it a day.
Oh, that's a fact.
But at the end of the day, so to answer your question, if I had to work 8 hours, because you can't be naked working 8 hours, we know that. So
I don't know. Some people are naked when they work.
If they work remotely.
No. It's some people that work real hard for 8 hours, butt naked.
I ain't a part of that crew. Fuck that shit. No, I gotta put on some clothes and some boots. I gotta go where I need to go.
I've seen somebody work naked in boots.
I ain't even on that type of time. One thing and two things for sure. One thing, I'm not gonna be a fool, and another thing too, I ain't gonna let nobody play with me. So what I'm saying is like an hour outside of that, I'll be naked just to get myself clean, prepare for the next mission, and that's it. Other than that, and like I'm gonna show up and show out because I'm here to do something. I'm here to stay and make a statement. So it is what it is, but no, I ain't on that dumb shit because that's crazy. It's like, you know what I'm saying, we got some white, blue.
It's crazy.
We got some blue shoes on the ground. You feel me? I'm talking about we got Barefoot Mountain. I'm not doing that. We got butt wires of pussy.
Listen.
You feel me? I'm not finna play with nobody like
this night went real crazy out of nowhere. I don't know how we got there. What we did.
No, we know how we got there. How we got there is by being unaware and untuned to what the fuck could possibly happen.
Oh, facts.
When a person is in their barracuda stage,
yo,
they'll turn layers,
yo,
to adapt to the environment that they're in.
Barracuda stage is crazy. Barracuda stage is definitely crazy. All right, listen. Y'all know what it is. We in the building. We got JR. Make sure y'all check him out.
You have another question? That's what I was trying to get to.
No. You good.
All right.
But we in the building. Make sure y'all check him out. What's this podcast again?
It's called Real Shit Let's Talk Podcast on every platform. Listen, let me tell you something. How you help us is by subscribing to his channel, subscribing to my channel, going on all social media platforms, and not just thinking that, oh, I'm gonna click a button, subscribe. No, go through and read the content. Go through and say, hey, I like this and I hate this, because it only perpetuates us forward to put the pedal forward to be better. And we only get better if you put a letter or two in the comments, and then you turn around and subscribe. Not only that, listen, hey, I'm gonna just say this. He ain't even know I was gonna say this. He got merch. Why aren't you buying? You know what I'm saying? Don't shy away from the presence of being somebody else's blessing, but you have to do what you have to do. You know what I'm saying? No matter what. Hey, shout out cameraman. Listen. He on 10 right now. You feel me?
Him, but I hear what you're saying though.
I mean,
some women want to. A lot, actually. And on that note, we about to get the fuck out of here. Enlightened Idiots podcast.
And just like this, listen, Real Shit Let's Talk Podcast on every platform. Listen, click like, subscribe, and listen. It's people like this, man. Enlightened Podcast. Let's get it.
You mean?